So, let's just get right into it. Is day trading a legitimate way to make a fortune from your laptop? Or is it one of the biggest, most elaborate scams designed to drain your bank account faster than a cup of coffee at a fancy cafe? This is the question that floods my comment section, my DMs, and just about every financial forum online. You see these gurus on social media, don't you? They're standing next to a rented Lamborghini, holding a stack of cash, telling you that you too can achieve financial freedom by just following their simple trading strategy. It all looks so easy, so glamorous, so attainable. But then, you hear the other side of the story. You read the horror stories on Reddit about people losing their entire life savings in a single afternoon. You see the statistics that say something like 95% of day traders fail and end up losing money. It's a staggering number, and it's enough to make anyone pause and wonder what's really going on behind the curtain. Alright, let's smash that like button for the algorithm and break this down into the simplest terms possible. Forget the complicated jargon for a second. At its core, day trading is the act of buying and selling a financial asset, like a stock, a cryptocurrency, or a currency pair, all within the same day. That's it. You're not buying a piece of a company because you believe in its long-term vision to change the world. Think of it like being a hyper-caffeinated flea market flipper. You see a vintage lamp for $50. You don't buy it to light up your living room. You buy it because you know someone on the other side of the market is willing to pay $52 for it, and you plan to find that person in the next 10 minutes. Now imagine doing that hundreds of times a day with thousands of dollars, where the prices are changing every single second. That's the essence of day trading. Now for the fun part, the stories that get everyone excited. We've all heard them. There are traders who have genuinely turned a few $1,000s into millions. Take the story of someone like Ross Cameron from Warrior Trading. He famously documented turning an account of just under $600 into over $100,000, and he did it live for everyone to see. Another example is the story of Timothy Sykes, who became famous for turning his $12,415 of bar mitzvah money into millions by day trading penny stocks while he was still in college. He specialized in short selling, betting that a stock's price will go down. These success stories often share a few common themes. The traders who make it big are incredibly disciplined. When a trade goes against them, they don't hope it will turn around. They exit the position immediately to protect their capital. For every story of a trader buying a new Lambo, there are thousands of untold stories of people who lost everything. These are the stories you don't see advertised in flashy YouTube ads. If you go to any trading forum like Reddit's Wall Street Bets, you'll find them. You'll see screenshots of accounts completely wiped out, sometimes in just a matter of minutes. The number one killer is what's known as revenge trading. This is when a trader takes a loss and, instead of stepping away, immediately jumps back into the market with a bigger position, desperate to win their money back. They're emotional, they're angry, and they're no longer thinking rationally. They abandon their strategy and start gambling, which almost always leads to even bigger losses. It's a vicious cycle that has blown up more trading accounts than any other single mistake. So, we come back to the central question. Why do so many people scream scam when they hear the words day trading? A big part of it comes from the ecosystem that has been built around it. The internet is saturated with so-called gurus who make more money selling courses, signals, and subscriptions than they do from actually trading. The argument that it's a scam is also backed by cold, hard statistics. Multiple studies from universities and regulatory bodies have found that the vast majority of day traders, often cited as over 90%, are unprofitable over time. For most people, it's like going to a casino where the house has a massive edge. On the other hand, the people who swear it's a skill argue that those statistics are misleading. They compare it to any other high-performance field, like professional sports or surgery. What percentage of people who try to become a brain surgeon actually succeed? It's a tiny fraction. It is absolutely crucial to understand that day trading and investing are two completely different sports, played on the same field. Investing is like planting an oak tree. You buy a piece of a solid, well-run company like Apple or Microsoft, or a broad market index fund like the S&P 500, and you plan to hold it for years or even decades. Day trading, on the other hand, is like trying to catch lightning in a bottle. The time frame is completely different. An investor thinks in years, a day trader thinks in seconds and minutes. An investor is buying a business, a day trader is just renting a stock. So after all of this, what's my take? In my opinion, day trading is not a scam. It is, however, one of the most difficult and psychologically demanding ways to try to make money in the entire world. The industry that has been built around selling the dream of day trading, however, is often very scam-like. The gurus and course sellers who promise easy riches are doing a massive disservice to anyone naive enough to believe them. They are selling lottery tickets, not a financial education. If you are thinking about trying it, you need to go in with your eyes wide open. First, only use money you are fully prepared to lose. Second, start with a paper trading account. This is a simulator that lets you trade with fake money in the real market. And finally, your number one job is not to make money, it's to manage risk. Learn everything you can about setting stop losses. Without it, you are just gambling, and the house will always win in the end. Ultimately, I believe that for 99% of people, the best path to building wealth is the slow and steady one, consistently investing in low-cost index funds over a long period of time. So what do you think? After hearing both sides, do you believe it's a skill worth pursuing or a scam to be avoided? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below.